Welcome to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host, Kevin Uncanny Anytime. And yes, it is much needed. It is Good News Friday, y'all. I am definitely excited to give you guys some great news. Okay, I found a very interesting one today, and I think you're gonna like it. The topic of this one, or the headline, I guess I would say, of this one, is a woman literally helping to get someone out of a flipped over car at the imminent process of being pregnant. Like, literally had a baby after she went and helped the people. Is that not tripped out? All right, but that's just a part of what I'm looking for too, y'all. It's like the superhero. Now, people might say it was dangerous and things like that. However, let me first go into this because it's up here. What we're diving into, the reason why I enjoyed this so much is because her first initial instinct, her programmed response was to go help, right? Extremely selfless, right? Going into a process of how can I help this person, and actually was involved in the accident too. Think about that. So look, I'm going to read y'all the article. You gotta pay attention to this, and then I'm gonna dive into some mindset, some what this is all about, what was going on in her head, why she was able to respond the way she was. Let's get it. All right, a pregnant firefighter. She was a firefighter, so she had a little bit of skill. We're gonna dive into that. A pregnant firefighter rescued a woman trapped in an overturned car, then gave birth. All right. And this is recent news, y'all. You see, article was put out October 18th, 2022. So look, a pregnant woman involved in a car wreck ignored her own needs and rushed to the side of a crash victim. She gave birth soon after. Look at this, y'all. And somebody happened to capture the picture. Look at that. That's tripped out. All right. Megan Warfield is a firefighter in Baltimore County, Maryland. Just a week or so shy of her due date, Megan had just finished organizing and hosting her late father's second annual memorial golf tournament when she was involved in a significant motor vehicle collision. Ignoring any chance she could be injured, Megan immediately exited her mangled vehicle and began providing care to a person trapped by their overturned car. I started to climb in there with her, but then I was like, what are you doing? You're 9 months pregnant, Warfield told Today's Parents. I ended up holding on to her to keep her in place because I wasn't sure of her injuries at the time. Megan stayed with this patient until first responders arrived to free the victim. Less than 24 hours later, Megan delivered. Less than 24 hours later, y'all. Okay, let me read that again. Less than 24 hours later, Megan delivered her beautiful baby girl. Since no good deed should go unrecognized, we wanted to highlight Megan's heroic and selfless actions. The local fire department wrote on Facebook, "Congratulations, Mama Megan. Job well done. All injuries were non-life threatening." Okay, let's dive into this. So, a lot of us, now there's two ways that you can see this, okay? One way is that this was somehow programmed in her to be like, I need to help. Could be the firefighter in her, right? Could be the firefighter in her that through the training, through all of the stuff that she's gone through, her initial thing is, how do I help? How do I serve? How do I protect? Right? However, let's not dive into that. Let's dive into people that usually do this type of activity. What do you think it is that allows them to get into that mode immediately? How is that their knee-jerk reaction? It's because it is a thought that is literally spoken over and over and over again into their minds. If I got into this type of situation, I would help. They would have to program that in their mind for them to respond subconsciously like she did. And then, and I know it was subconscious. You want to know how it was subconscious? Because she says, as she is getting down in there, she said, "Oh, wait a minute. You're pregnant, dude. What are you doing?" Right? After the fact, she became conscious, realizing, "Oh, okay, wait, I'm pregnant. I need to be a little safer." Now, if she was still full subconscious, she might have been able to get the person out and not even have an issue. Why? Because that is how powerful your subconscious is. You've heard all type of stories of people lifting up cars, of people saving people out of burning buildings without masks on or any gear. It's because tapping into that subatomic realm, into your mind, the subconscious, the below conscious realm, is something that we haven't truly understood yet. And that's what excites me so much about the mindset, is because when your mind is set on something, she was set in hero mode. Her mind is set in hero mode. She totally disregarded herself and was like, "Oh yeah, I can help. I got this." But then finally realized, "Oh wait, no, I'm pregnant. I gotta think a little bit more." But I'm telling you, she most likely could have gotten that person out of there and they would have been fine. All injuries were minor, which is excellent. Okay. And you don't know that out the gate. So I'm not saying go into this realm if you are consciously thinking, "I can do this." It has to be autonomous response of, "Let me go do this real quick." That is when it is allowed, simply because you're not you. I mean, you are you, but at the same time, you are you in your below conscious state. And that is the super you. And that's when you're allowed to do those things, simply because that was what your body mind connection decided to respond as. So if that's not programmed in you and you immediately see a situation and your first thing is to be apprehensive, don't mess around with it, because you're not going to consciously overpower that doubt that you had in your mind of, "Oh, I don't know if I can help." That's when you don't do it. But if your response is, "I'm going to automatically do this," and if that's something that you want, you're going to need to consistently, through different things, through different videos, through different audios, whenever you hear a situation, you will have to program your mind to say, "I want to be of service. I want to help in those situations. I want to be the person that is literally the hero," or I want to be able to help. I want to save people." Whatever the case may be, you need to be able to say that over and over and over again as those critical situations are heard or watched on TV. And that is what is going to help you to get into that state when that happens, simply because you're telling your subconscious, "Yo, whenever this happens, if it ever happens, I want you to respond like this." That takes work. That takes a lot of work. But I want y'all to pay attention to how that process worked, what she did. Again, she was a firefighter. So that type of training, they already got that type of training built inside of them. So going through the process of her training, she was able to develop that, even though she was pregnant. And then they said less than 24 hours later, y'all. That's how deep in the pregnancy she was. Less than 24 hours later, she gives birth to her child. That is wild business. All right. So that was the excellent news I wanted to give y'all today, man. I was excited to share that because I'm like, we tapping into the hero stuff. This is what I live for. This is what I want to see. This is what I am trying to bring to y'all, is this type of great action, superhero. Yes, let's get it. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. All right, y'all. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Friday here. Remember, and even if you ain't watching this on Friday, I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. All right. Remember, mindset matters more than anything else. Focus on the good, and I'll see you guys next time. Anytime.